Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 9. Okay, so I'm still really feeling the show. Last episode was really good. Lust and Envy have popped up and let Ed live, which is really interesting to me. And all this talk of human sacrifices, they need Ed. He's an important sacrifice. There's just so many questions and I love it. It just makes me think and get invested. And we had Al get hit with this whole notion of, are you even human? Were you ever human? Are you just a puppet created by Ed? And it seems like that's going to play on his mind a bit. So we'll see how that develops. Some huge talk with Roy as well about Roy potentially getting promoted, which was on Roy's agenda. So I'm going to see how that plays out going forward as well. And Ed's arm failed during his fight with 48. So perhaps we'll get some more Winry. Maybe he needs to go and get repaired again. But we left off with them all escaping after Lust and Envy essentially destroyed the 5th laboratory and gave Ed back and said, yeah, we let you live. Remember that. So lots to think about and lots to keep in mind. I'm keen for some more answers and I'm sure I'm going to get more questions as well. So here we go. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 9.
In search of the dark secrets of the Philosopher's Stone, Ed and Al break into the supposedly deserted 5th laboratory.
So cool when he
There
used
they
Scar's
encounter
move
two
like
dogs
that.
who, like Al's opponent, 66, plant suspicions in his mind. Al begins to
Yeah, they're
wonder
putting
if
more
he's a
emphasis on
counterfeit
this.
soul created by Ed.
Created feelings. Okay, I think that's alluding to that. So here we go.
What happened with the 5th laboratory?
Well,
Somebody
He-
blew up the building and there's nothing left.
He
in
must
the
be in
house.
mad trouble though for infiltrating. We is hurt. Armstrong's about to pop in, I swear.
How close I was to finding out the truth. This is no time for me to be lying around in a hospital.
Shouldn't be doing it alone though, man.
Fullmetal Alchemist, sir!
Huh?
We do apologize in advance for this!
I think you needed that.
You acted like a selfish child.
Good, chew him
You
out.
escaped with your life because you were lucky.
It's
You don't
true.
have to do everything all on your own, you know.
There we go.
You
Good.
can lean
Let him
on
know.
other people.
I like these two,
Like
Ross
us.
and Brush.
Not all adults are the enemy. You can trust us.
that's all.
Forgive our abusive words and conduct, sir!
Please protect these two characters.
No, you're right. I should be apologizing.
Good man.
My punishment for slapping you?
Huh? Nothing. I had it coming. What's got you two so scared of me? You don't have to talk to me like I'm a high-ranking officer.
Really? Oh.
I guess we were scared of the brat for nothing.
They adjust quickly.
Alphonse got his own lecture earlier, but I was the one who did the slapping.
I have an even less pleasant lecture in store for me today.
Is it Winry? Yep, here we go.
Hello? Oh, Ed, since when do you ever bother to call us? Is something wrong?
Yes.
My right arm's messed up again. I can't lift the arm at all.
Yep. There it is.
What were you doing when the arm stopped working?
I was fighting.
I was in a really rough fight.
You did it again, moron! How can you treat my precious fellow man like that, Alchemist brain?
Guess I've got no choice. Tell me how to get there.
Nice.
Was that your girlfriend?
My girlfriend!
It's nothing to be embarrassed about. When I was your age, I had a different girlfriend every week.
Look at this
What
guy.
are you doing? Sitting there in the
Oh,
dark
here we
by
go.
yourself?
He's thinking about stuff.
Hey, Al.
Please talk about it. Please don't just sit there thinking.
I'll be there in a little while. You go on ahead.
Just make sure you talk about it, man. Some random villain planted this in your mind. Some little patient. Doesn't even question the fact that he's a suit of armor.
Are you sure you're not a puppet created by your so-called brother?
I hate this for Al. What a terrible thing to be thinking of. More trains. I had a train obsession when I was much younger.
Right on these things. There'd be someone familiar there who I'd recognize right away. Hello, Major Armstrong, it's Winry! Where are those stupid Elric brothers?
In hospital.
happened?
Oh no.
You're gonna charge me an express service fee now, aren't you?
Oh, she really cares.
No, I won't charge you for this. I didn't do a good enough job on your auto mail last time.
Hmm. Oh, she might feel guilty.
It's not your fault. You can't blame yourself for this. This was all my fault.
Nah, she forgot something, man.
I never noticed that I forgot to put in that screw.
No, why would he?
Broken when it did.
So it turned out all right?
Oh my god, take advantage.
Down to business, shall we? I'll have to charge you the usual rush order fee, of course.
Oh, she said I'm not gonna charge.
You didn't drink your milk.
Why should I? I hate it.
You're going to be small and stunted forever. You keep using that stupid excuse.
Shut up! I don't have to drink it if I don't wanna!
You sound like a spoiled little brat, Edward!
No, he's back.
Every growing boy needs his milk.
Yeah, you want the girls to like you, don't you?
What a change of pace from last episode. She couldn't tell him that she just forgot to put a screw in, and that's why that happened.
How?
Just seems like something's been bothering him.
Go talk to him, please.
Are you sure you're not a puppet?
Must be a hard conversation to start, but just say that this guy said it.
You will feel better.
You know? It's not your thought. He put that thought in your mind.
Yo, Ed, my boy!
Here we go. More Hughes.
Pretty blonde girl into your room
Oh,
to
for
service
God's
you?
sake.
She's my auto mail mechanic, that's all!
You've seduced your mechanic, have you?
I set it out! Nice to see you, Hughes. But don't you have work to do?
Nope, it's all under control.
Oh, that's a change.
Get some
Oh,
overtime.
nice.
You're a real jerk, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on just a second. How much trouble have you gotten yourself into?
She got no idea.
Well,
Tell her everything. Come on. Get her involved.
it's nothing that concerns you.
Doesn't want her to worry. Stop keeping secrets from each other.
Why I bother to try? It's not like you'll talk to me anyway. I have to go and see if I can find some place to stay tonight.
Come on.
Oh,
no need for
yeah,
that.
surely one of these guys will hook you up. There we go.
Really?
Yes, of course. Come on.
Give me some more Hughes stuff.
I've got it. Let's go.
Oh, come on. This is a bit extra, isn't it? Oh no, it's her birthday. Okay, that'll do it. They really had Winry over
Mind me asking, Mr. Hughes?
for their daughter's birthday?
What's all about?
Today happens to be my darling little Alicia's birthday.
I'd feel so awkward being there. Isn't she 3? Yeah.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Okay. Sounded like the narrator was laughing that first time.
Finally came back for a visit? It was because Ed's arm was all busted up. And now he calls me out here.
What are you noticing, Hughes?
Too. They keep their mouths shut, though. They don't ever tell me what's going on. It's just like when they left Risenborn.
Maybe nothing needed to be said. It's possible they thought you'd understand without them saying anything.
But there are some things that I actually need to be told.
In general, men prefer to let their actions speak instead of words. They don't want anyone to worry about them. That's how they are.
Yeah, that is how at least Ed and Al are.
There may come a time when they'll ask for your help. I know that you'll be there for them. Isn't that enough?
I'm getting emotional. These are big words from Hughes.
Hey, you get away from her. Alicia wants to play with me, not you.
Oh my god, these kids are 3 years old.
Come on, Alicia.
Listen up, boys. You try anything with my daughter, and you will answer to me.
Your actions speak too loudly!
Yes. There is no way you pull even a fake gun out on kids like that. That's insane.
Are you sure? I don't want to.
They do seem like a very nice family. Aww.
Alicia's gotten very attached to you.
The two of you could be sisters.
Well, she has no parents now, right?
Visit me real soon.
Aww. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like this for everyone involved here.
Myself a little sister.
Aww. Imagine if they adopted her. She does have granny, I guess.
I'm not gonna drink you.
That's crazy.
Brother, you have a living body that needs nourishment.
That's how he says living body.
Drink it.
Please talk about it.
If I don't want to. I wish I was like you, Al. You've got such a big body now.
It's not like I asked for this body!
body, brother.
Oh, not as soon as Winry walks in.
Sorry. You're right.
Please talk about it.
I'll get you back into your real body. You'll see, Al.
That's what you always say.
Look, I promise I'm gonna get you back.
See, Ed doesn't know why Al's talking like this, though.
How am I supposed to believe anything when I'm stuck in this body? What should I believe in? My memories? Memories are just scraps of information.
I'm glad a lot of people are seeing this, to be honest.
Anything else. Do you remember when you said there was something you were afraid to tell me? I think.
Oh, he's gone worst case scenario.
To say that my soul and my memories are really artificial constructions you created.
Okay, I'm glad at least Ed knows what he's thinking.
You've been lying to
But this
me
is what
all along,
happens when you
haven't
don't speak your mind.
What do you have to say for yourself, brother?
So are you finished? Or is there more you wanted to say?
I'm nervous.
Okay.
Everyone take a deep breath. Don't walk away, talk about it!
Don't go.
I can understand why you'd walk away from Ed's position here, though, but...
Al, you.
Yeah, straighten about, Winry!
Where did that come from?
You do deserve that. Aww.
Winry?
You idiot! You have no idea how Ed feels! Do you know what he was so afraid to talk to you about?
Oh, does she know?
He wants to know if you blame him for what happened to your body.
Oh.
It's all my fault. Al lost his body and it's all my fault. He can't eat anymore.
So Ed walking away in this instance makes sense.
He's my little brother and I'm supposed to protect
He feels so guilty for what happened.
How could he ever forgive me?
My empathy is very high right now for both of
Scared
them.
of what he'll say.
And then, you idiot, you said that.
But tell them why, though. This isn't your thought.
Something like that. Will you get it? All the two of you have left is each other.
Something she can relate to. She has no parents.
Now,
She doesn't even have any
go get
siblings.
your brother.
Good, Winry, good.
Start running, right?
That really got me emotional, that whole sequence. Have a chat. Sort your shit out.
You know something, Al? We haven't had a good fight in a while. I'm starting to get flabby.
Think I know what he's doing.
Hey! Hold on, brother!
This is what they do. They spar.
Stop!
I beat you.
The first time.
It wasn't a fair fight, brother.
Don't give me that. A win is a win, and you know it, Al. We've always fought like this, ever since we were really little. Now that I think about it, we fought over some really stupid things, haven't we?
Good. Good.
Did the top and bottom bunks?
Oh, yeah.
This is
You
nice.
shoved me into the water.
This is such a nice way to resolve this conflict.
Teacher said we were being too loud, then she beat us up herself.
Bro, I'm gonna cry.
We even fought over which one of us would marry Winry someday.
Remember that one?
I won the fight, but she shot me down.
Did she?
Oh, did she? Interested, are we?
You're telling me that all those memories are lies?
Sorry. No, it's not a lie.
That's right. We're in this together all the way.
Good.
Forget that, and we're gonna keep pushing forward. We'll make
Keep pushing
ourselves
forward.
stronger until we get our bodies back.
And the milk?
Milk?
Yeah.
Fine, I'll drink a little. Whatever it takes, brother.
Mr. Hughes, maybe you don't have to hear something out loud, but it sure is helpful sometimes.
True. True statement.
I guess it is.
That was good. I feel mostly satisfied from that. Where in the world are we now? It is Scar, my brother, Master. Crimson,
You don't
Kimberly.
look like an Ishvalan. Who are you?
Is this in the past?
I'm a state alchemist sent here by the
Yeah,
military.
okay. So, like, after the war, maybe?
This sector.
Or the start of the war? PTSD.
Hey, you're
Interesting. Okay, so they found him after... Oh, they're Ishvalan too. I've really just realized.
Why, I'm a man of Ishval,
Yeah.
just as you are, son.
Are we the only ones here?
That's
Are there
lucky
other
for
Ishvalan
Scar.
survivors?
Yes, indeed there are. A
Interesting.
rundown slum such as you know what they say. The world is God's bosom. Our great loving God Ishvala.
Okay.
Am I right?
We found you floating in the sewers. You were hurt bad.
Big time.
Boy, my right arm, did I lose it or is it still with me?
Yeah, it's still there, mister. It should be fine.
Okay.
Yes. It's
Okay.
important to me. A precious gift.
I'll go back and pay more attention to it.
My family.
Family. Yeah, another good episode. I'm just almost convinced that this show is going to have no bad episodes. Some really, really nice messages in that episode. It seemed one of the overarching messages was what Winry said to Hughes at the end. You know, it might be true that you don't always need to hear things, but it is nice sometimes. And I think that is a very important message, especially with Hughes talking about, you know, especially with Ed and Al. They feel like they don't have to say anything, you know, their actions are speaking for how they feel. But Winry is saying, well, look, I still want to know what they're feeling, what's going on with them. Like, they're keeping secrets from each other. Ed and Al aren't telling Winry all the crazy stuff they're getting up to because they don't want her to worry. And then Winry not telling Ed about the screw because she felt really guilty for what happened to him. Like, oh, I forgot the screw, so his arm messed up and he got really hurt. But Ed had no idea that it was because of Winry that she forgot the screw. So she was like, right, we'll jump all over that. We'll go, okay, no problem. It wasn't my fault. But I'm sure there's some character building here and there'll be some development between them. I'm glad that Ed and Al resolved the conflict that they had. It was really interesting to see the whole picture. Like I kept saying throughout the episode, like these aren't Al's thoughts. They were planted in him by a villain, a bad guy. And instead of talking about it, he let it fester inside his mind. So when he did talk about it, it almost became confrontational, you know, like he was aggressive, he was blurting it out. Like, which you can understand. Like, they're pretty nuts thoughts to be thinking about from Al's perspective. But for Ed to hear that from Ed's perspective of like, and you don't really think too much about this until Winry goes off at Al. Ed feels so guilty for what happened to Ed. Of course he does. Like, with the failed human transmutation, Al lost his body. He can't feel anything. You know, he's just this empty, hollow suit of armor. And Ed feels so guilty for that. And Winry knows that because Ed was talking about it whilst Winry was fixing him up, presumably very soon after the failed transmutation. So for Ed to hear that was really like a few episodes ago when he said there's something I've been meaning to tell you, and like he probably wanted to apologize and say like, I'm so sorry, I feel so guilty for, you know, you being the way you are stuck in the suit of armor. I just wish that Al was able to tell Ed why he was thinking like this. Like, he didn't just start thinking about it, you know, I think it was 66 made him start thinking about it. But I'm glad they resolved it, and it was a really cool way that they did resolve it. Like, Ed came at them like, we haven't fought in a while, like, let's fight. Like, with the physical fight being like a metaphor for them fighting verbally about how they were feeling about what's going on. And then they lie down together and they talk about all the memories they have of all the silly fights they've had, you know, and just that being a metaphor in itself for this silly fight as well. And I did enjoy Winry's interaction with Hughes and his family. Like, Winry has no parents. Like, she has her granny back home, but her parents have been gone. You know, they died in the war. And it'll be really interesting to see if Hughes and his wife, like, might take her in a little bit more, maybe play some sort of parental role for her. And she called Hughes' daughter, like, her little sister at the end, which was really sweet. I know I've been talking a lot about Hughes and how I feel about his character and things that are going on. But I really liked Hughes this episode. I liked the things that he did and said, except when he pulled out the gun on the kids. That was insane. But that whole family interaction was really nice. And then we got some Scar. So we saw Scar saying brother, and I believe like the brother saying master or something to do with that. And it seemed like it was during the war or at the start of the war, because Kimberly turns up, who we know as the Crimson Alchemist from episode 1. He made an appearance last episode, I believe, as well. When the 5th laboratory was coming down, he was in the prison next door. He introduces himself to Scar as a state alchemist, been sent there to exterminate that region of Ishval, I assume. So Kimberly was working as a state alchemist with everyone, obviously did some crazy shenanigans and he's locked up now. He's crazy. So like I said, we got some answers and we've got more questions again. Keep it coming, you know, keep me invested. And Scar has been found after his altercation with Lust and Gluttony by more Ishvalan people. So there are more scattered about. I was really interested about that. So they've taken him in, they're fixing him up, and they put some emphasis on his tattoo he had on, I think his right arm even. So I'll try to pay more attention to that. And he spoke about his family as well. So a lot more questions. Like the plot development and the character development is just really like S tier stuff. It's really up there. We're only 9 episodes in. So I'm sure it's only going to get better. But that's it for this one. Thank you all again so much for watching. Please leave some feedback. I always appreciate it. We see you next time for episode 10 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.